with My Hero Academia, this time season 3, episode 20. Yes, going to... I said this last episode, but I'm determined to do it this time. It's Saturday now, I know it says Friday over there, but it's Saturday now, and I plan to do 3 episodes today and 3 episodes tomorrow to try and finish off this season before I go to a little trip of mine in July. So yeah, gotta get this finished. So yeah, what happened in the last episode? We had the introduction and the start of the rescue exercises. So we're still in the license exams, and now we're into the second stage of it. 100 students passed the first test, including all class 1A, and now we're in the second stage, which is rescue exercises. I am worried about the fate of certain characters in this particular episode, especially one who is right next to me right now. So yeah, we'll see. He didn't have the best bedside manner in the last episode when he came across 2 people who were saying like, help, we need help, our arms are hurt, and then he just shouts at them, telling them to save themselves. He's not exactly suited for this test, so time and the episode will only tell if he actually does pass this. So yeah, I'm just not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to get on with this quick, because I'm going to try and make these episodes quick today, including my reviews at the end, just to save time and space on my camera. So let's hope we can get through this. So let's just get into season 3, episode 20 of My Hero Academia, starting now. Oh, and Gangorka's shown up as well. That's a huge problem.
To be? Me and the rest of Class 1A are in the middle of our Provisional Hero Licensing exam. Now cue those opening credits.
What the hell is this?
You're safe because I am
It's
here.
weird seeing his eyes.
How many decades? Real subtle way of sidestepping the question. Aren't you an inspiration?
No, not at all.
Could he look more smug?
All Might wasn't acting alone, Malbrook. The sidekick who supported him was none other than a young
David Shield. Special episode second with what the hell is this?
Today it will be the 6 of you. Just so you know,
I like this group.
than a regular class. Prepare yourselves. I am here, sneaking in through the back door. All Might's teaching us.
You're looking extra muscly today, Yowza!
He's not the only one today. Cementos, Midnight, and Present Might will be assisting. They'll be
Of course, Midnight gives the wink.
Head to ground beta and we'll begin.
Okay, what the hell is this?
First, we need to figure out how many villains and hostages there are inside. We're a rock on. You go.
Me by myself?
If we all run in, the villains will notice us. But you can float up to the top window and not get caught.
Yeah, you're right.
I only have one demand. I want the cops and the heroes to get the hell out of here. If you don't leave, I guarantee I'll slice up these hostages. Very well. Should they contact the villain again and attempt to persuade him? Or... This is stupid!
No, man.
Coco, calm down. This is our chance! Of course. I knew it'd go like this. We have to move now, too. Damn it, I won't let you have those hostages!
What are you doing?
Hurry!
What are you doing?
This is the moment when the special class really begins.
Okay, All Might's still alive. He's playing, but we're supposed to think he's dead.
You were supposed to be our eyes.
Yeah, but I couldn't see anything because of all the smoke.
The murder weapon is a knife covered in blood. The building was surrounded by police, so we know no one went in or out.
One of the hostages did it. Okay.
He caught me while I was too surprised to resist him.
I came to find a bomb-ass piece of frosting from the WTF, and I really made me out flat. It was so not dope. When the villain... One of you killed the stupid villain. Just come out and tell us or else! What's the motive? What? The stolen jewelry, you moron! Plus they're just bad guys!
Even if that were the case, isn't it a little too reckless?
It's impossible that anyone escaped.
Then the person at fault has to be one of these three. I didn't do it.
I'm innocent! I'm not going down for this! It wasn't me, yo! They haven't been able to find definitive evidence of who the killer is yet. Simple. We'll just force them to start talking.
That's not how you do it.
Be a hero. Hey, you damn nerd. You've got a new idea, haven't you? Well, something's bothering me here. What is it? Why did the villain barricade himself inside the store, you know? Because if he wanted to, he could have just escaped with the goods earlier. So then, why did he stay? Midnight, it was you.
What? Me?
You were the only one who came into the jewelry store after the villain was already here. He must have been shaken to see you, but he also understood your true intentions, why you were there. Even so, the villain continued the robbery and tied you up like the others. While he was doing that, the police arrived, and he was forced to barricade himself in the store.
Why would she kill the villain?
All she wanted to do was get him arrested. Yeah, that's right. She has no motive to kill him. That's why the murderer isn't one of these three. What are you talking about?
Seriously, Deku, hold on!
Could it have been...
Suicide, right?
Wow.
Probably. But then we pro-hero showed up on the scene. He refused to be taken alive.
Their arrival forced him to take his own life.
Worried about something else. If he was caught by the police, his relationship with Midnight might have been exposed, putting her in all sorts of trouble. That's why this villain silenced himself with his own weapon. Midnight didn't say anything because she realized what he was thinking when he took his own life.
She's putting on the role of an actress, isn't she?
Out of respect, she couldn't say anything. This was actually some kind of love story? Okay, that's enough.
This is so fun!
What a 180!
It was smart work getting to that conclusion by asking a logical series of questions.
Wow! Praise from Mr. Aizawa!
Extremely well done, Midoriya.
Nice.
0 points. You've gotta be kidding! Observe.
What?
The villain's body is gone!
Oh my god!
You're all under the assumption that the villain was a corpse, so you didn't tie him up. And that's why you all failed. This isn't even allowed! When Asui tickled his nose. He reacted, didn't he? You thought it was a mistake, but he was alive. That's it for your special class.
But their love story was...
Never real. I hate this task! This love
Wow.
Well, what's a shield here? I bet you're surprised to get a message from me. I'm writing you because iExpo will be held in Island soon, where Papa and I live.
I am here! Waiting to ambush young Midoriya on his walk home from UA! Hi! What are you doing here? Young Midoriya, there's a place called Island. The world is involved in the
Here he goes again.
technological paradise for the research and development of quartz and support items. It's almost an artificial mobile island where almost 10,000 scientists now live. It's incredible. It's crazy. Do you want to go there with me? Really? You better run up to your room and pack your bags right away so we can jet. Can't keep the plane waiting. We're going now? Yes, hurry up, go. Yeah, I'm going. Don't leave without me.
Okay, I am so confused.
We're going to Island really soon, aren't we? What's it like over there, All Might? You'll see, but only if you watch the movie. Oh, I get it. Two heroes in theaters soon. Spoken like a true hero of marketing. Then young Midoriya and the rest of his intrepid classmates defeat Gang Orta, who barged into the middle of the second round. Will they be able to get their provisional hero licenses or not? They might fail miserably. Come on, why would you say that? Anyway, you are the real heroes. You ready? kid. Let's say it together. Go beyond plus ultra! Here's the preview.
No preview. Oh man! What the hell was this episode? First of all, let me just try and get some things out of the way. Where does this episode fit in canon? Okay, so obviously it's before the Two Heroes movie, which I did watch on my Patreon. You can go watch my full-length reaction to that movie, because it was an awesome movie. It was Die Hard for My Hero Academia. It was awesome. Okay, yeah, it's still got to be where it was between seasons 2 and 3. It's still set there, because when I was watching it, and then we had that bit at the beginning where he was talking about Dave's shield, and he was like, "Dave, it's been such a long time." I was like, "What? A few months since that? If that, since I watched the movie?" But yeah, it's set just before that movie. So this is set just after the end of season 2. And it was a funny episode. This was a funny episode, I've got to say. Yeah, I was so confused at why we just took ourselves out of the story we were telling before. That was a shock and a half. Okay, should I just get into the ranking of this episode? It's going to be lower down, but because of how funny it was, it's not going to be at the bottom. Okay, so I know it's going to be towards the lower end. It's better than episode 1. It's better than episode 12. Was it better than episode 2? Unfortunately, it wasn't better than... I don't think it was better than episode 2, but it was a lot of fun. There is not... I've said this so many times, there is no bad episode of this season so far. So episode 20 goes third from the bottom, below episode 2 but above episode 12. But it's still good. It's just a little... Yeah, I was just completely thrown off guard by the little presentation with All Might and Midoriya at the beginning. Just the complete fourth wall breaking. But yeah, telling a story that happened after the last episode of season 2 but before Two Heroes the movie, before season 3. 6 students, probably our top 6 students, our most popular 6 students. Midoriya, Bakugo, Todoroki, Uraraka, Ida and Sue. They're probably the 6 top characters in this class. I think Kirishima is just below. And people may not like him, but Mineta's there as well. Kirishima and Mineta are just below that. Maybe Yairosu as well, I don't know. But yeah, those 3 are like just below. So we're looking at the top 6 students. We're looking at our top 6 students here. And they're being given a special lesson. Well, these 6 are being given a lesson in this shift, and then you have another 6 that'll be done later. It's a bit of a weird number to split up at, because you've got 20 students in your class. You'd only have room for 3 groups of 6, and then the other one will be a group of 2. So maybe the other 2 groups are a group of 7. I don't know why you wouldn't. I'm tangenting a bit here, but why wouldn't you just do 4 groups of 5? I don't know why you added Sue in there, but I'm happy she was there. I don't know why you wouldn't just do 4 groups of 5 instead of 1 group of 6 and probably 2 groups of 7. I don't know why you'd do that, but I digress. That is not important. I mean, this whole episode wasn't really important, but still, it was good. I'm going to try and cut down on the review and just talk about my opinions on certain things. It was a well-laid lesson with the whole hostage situation, and then with the teachers playing the hostages and the villain, and yeah, obviously it was a cool way. It was a cool way that Uraraka scouted out who is like 1 villain, 3 hostages. It's a smart way to do it. I'm amazed that Bakugo came up with the idea himself. He said, "Uraraka, float up and tell us what's in there, because if all of us approach, we'll be noticed." So that was a smart way to do it. Then to distract the villain, Todoroki just calls up as a hostage negotiator. And so, yeah, of course, everyone's trying to think of strategic ways to get in, and then of course Bakugo just goes running in like that, and then he just blows the door off, and then they all come in to. This isn't about a hostage situation. This isn't about capturing a villain. The villain was at least dead when they got in, so they're wondering like, how did this happen? For a second I thought, oh god, has Bakugo done that? Is this like a lesson to teach them that you can't just rush in and without considering the amount of force you're giving? So that's what I thought it was at the beginning. I thought, is this to teach Bakugo that you can't just run in all guns blazing? But no, it turned out it was... There was a murder weapon, the villain was dead. Of course Sue obviously makes sure that All Might's not dead. But they just assumed that was because it was a mistake on All Might's part, because he couldn't resist laughing because of the tickling. And so then we just go into a nice little investigation about, okay, who did it? We played a game of Cluedo basically. Who did it? Present Mike, Cementos, or Midnight? Midnight looks so hot, but yeah. Just trying to get everyone's stories through a series of... Bakugo threatened to torture. Yeah, Bakugo was pretty much about to torture those people to tell them who did it. So then Midoriya just goes on. Midoriya is the one using his brain. He's the one who works out that Midnight had a connection. Well, they thought Midnight had a connection with the villain. How she was in love with the villain, she tried to get him to change his ways, and then the villain, when he noticed the heroes approaching, decided to kill himself to avoid getting Midnight in trouble. It was such a beautifully told love story. And then Aizawa just dumps it on them. Yeah, you got 0 points, you failed. Because it was all a lie, the villain didn't care about Midnight, and he got away. Because he was faking being dead. It was hilarious. Like saying, the reason you failed is because of this, look behind you, and then All Might's gone and he's just running away. Oh man, that was hilarious. Yeah, it was all a lie. When All Might comes back, he reads the email from Melissa Shield, who we met in the Two Heroes movie. Obviously, if I was watching it at the right time, I wouldn't know who she is, but yeah, I do know who she is because I watched it. I watched it technically when it was supposed to be watched. This episode is the one that was out of canon, so don't blame me. So yeah, we've known Melissa for a while. It's a shame that because they can't leave Island that we haven't seen. It's a shame because they can't leave Island that we don't see Melissa and Dave a lot. So it's unfortunate. Because I feel like they could be great characters if they were in this show more. But yeah, overall, this was a great episode. I really enjoyed it so much, but I am ready to get back into the story that I was like expecting. I'm ready to get back into the story I wanted. I mean, I did like this story and it was a nice little surprise, but yeah, I'm ready to get back into the actual story that was supposed to be. So yeah, that's all we've got for this week of My Hero Academia. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!